There we go. There we go. Now it's on the one on my YouTube studio. And then that's why Brooklyn Nine-Nine ended, because it's a comedy about cops. So, and that's why maybe I wouldn't be attacked for being a cop in Canada, but like, assuming all cops are bad is literally no different than assuming all black people are criminals. It's still prejudice. You just prejudice against their career rather than their skin color or their race. Like, assuming a cop is a racist is no different than assuming a black person is a criminal. They're the same thing. Oh, but the history. Yeah, it doesn't matter. This is the right now. Right now. Forget history. Don't forget history. But right now, assuming someone is something that is bad based on other people of that group being bad. You can't see me anymore. That's bad. Like assuming like in that movie, what was it? Was it in 40 Minutes or Less? The pizza movie where what's his face goes to deliver pizza, and then there's people strap a bomb to his chest. I don't know if it was that or if it was another show or movie with Aziz Ansari, but he goes to someone's grandma and he assumes that she's racist, and she's like, "Oh, so because I'm an old person, you assume that I'm gonna be racist?" And he's like, "Oh, touche." Assuming someone is a certain way because of their category is bad. No matter if it's racism or assuming they're bad based on their job. So I'm so glad that I didn't go into psychological. See, now the word profiling just makes me think of racial profiling, but that's not what I mean when I say profiling. I mean psychological profiling. Like, helping cops track down criminals based on their psychological profile and being like, okay, based on what I know about them, this is where they might go. They might go to somewhere that makes them feel comfortable, or they might go to a family member, or they might go to a certain place or do a certain thing. I assume that's how that works. But I would also have to walk the beat, so I don't know how long a beat cop needs to be a beat cop before they could be a psychological profiler. And is that an offshoot of a detective? I'm not physically fit for that. But I remember my criminology professor saying that her husband, who's a cop in Toronto, said that there's been more and more civilian jobs, like civilian consultants, helping, like more jobs where civilians can help the police. And she said that she'd look into it and she never got back to me. So if there's some way for me to be a psychological profiler without being a cop, then I might go into that. But nowadays, I don't think I want to work anywhere near police because I'm just going to be assumed to be a bad person because I'm a cop, or because I work with cops. And the fact that people don't see how that's the same as assuming a black person is a criminal because they're black is ridiculous. And I'm pretty sure people do realize it, and I'm pretty sure there's black people who understand that, but they get drowned out by not necessarily idiots, but people who are really passionate about racism or anti-racism, fighting racism. And can we stop saying reverse racism? It's just racism. You can be racist against a white person. There was some college where there was like a club or like a certain building or whatever, and this black woman kicked all the white people out because there was too many of them. And there are people who fetishize black people, but it's like they want to get rid of white people. Like, I don't think they're just doing it as a fantasy when they want their wives to fuck black dudes, and there's women talking about, there's women like making Snapchats where they're cheating on their boyfriend because he was playing too much Call of Duty or Fortnite, and it's a black dude, or it's not a black dude, there's just Snapchats of that. Or people in those like Black New World Order fantasy things on X videos that are like, oh, white genocide, white extinction. I'm pretty sure they actually want that. But it's white people saying that. It's white men and white women who have power fantasies about black people. But black people look at that and are like, no, it's still racism, even though it's positive. Maybe it's not racism, but it's like you're painting black dudes as being animalistic. Or see, I don't see how that's negative if you're saying that black men are superior because they're more compassionate, and because black dudes are more likely to be attracted to a bigger woman, and that's according to white women in somewhere that I found on the internet. Or because they're like stronger, or they last longer, they're bigger, or they like have more power to their sex. But not every woman wants to be drilled. Not every woman wants a huge dick. And not every woman cares only about sex. It's actually probably more men that care more about that. It's probably actually more gay dudes who care more about how hard a guy can fuck. Gay or bi dudes, because men, even gay men, are pigs. So when it comes to sex, they care about sex. Anyways, this is like still that last episode from last night. When the stream crashed, so I don't know how much. I think I have a lot of an episode. I might keep on going though, because now that I'm through with Price, I might take off the experience cheat just for a little bit and then put it back on. If you're gonna get mad at me for cheating, I don't care. It's either that or I don't fucking play this game anymore. I don't have anything to prove. I just really don't care. Yeah, 30 minutes and then 2 minutes upstairs, 3 minutes upstairs, 5 minutes right here before I just restarted the stream. So yeah, I think I'm gonna end it here. I just ended it with that, but I just think that there was a lot of white women going to Black Lives Matter rallies to get black dick. And when I see stuff where these TikTok girl, like one particular TikTok girl, had this white, skinny, nerdy-looking boyfriend, and then all of a sudden she's in LA blowing black dudes on camera, getting fucked on camera by black men. And the video's like, oh, this is what happens, like, when they discover it. And that whole, like, thing with George Floyd, that kind of mixed with porn, mixed with things on the internet, mixed with real things and seeing real problems, and mixed with things where it's fantasy stuff and exaggerating stuff, or like exaggerating the strength of a certainty of black men or whatever. Like, young women are just as susceptible to things as young men are, including porn. And if they go on Pornhub and all they see is BBC, and then fucking your stepsister, they're like, okay, all these white dudes want to fuck their sisters, and all these black dudes want to fuck people who are not their sisters, like stepsisters, but still. But there are women, even I'm sure, that are white or black or whatever, that want to fuck their stepdad or stepbrother, or worse, like, or they don't have a fetish towards black men, they want to fuck someone who they love. And there are black women who really like white dudes. But I've never found one of them before. It would be nice to, but I would want to know why they really like white dudes. Because I hope it's not for, like, weird, like, dominate me, but going too far with the dominate me thing. It's just, I'm a virgin. And I like the domination thing, the BDSM. But I've said this before, I don't want to be the master kind of dom, because hearing a black woman call me master makes me feel like a racist. But hearing a white woman call me master just makes me feel like a dom. Like, I don't want a woman of another race to call me master. Especially a black woman. But that sounds racist. But if I love her and she loves me and she looks me in the eye and is like, don't need to feel bad about it, and we're not doing it in that sense. And I don't know, but if I'm like, you're not a person, you're not, what was that in that video? Shit, you're not a person, you're a possession. That was two white people, but the guy dominating white chick, he was white. I mean, there's still lots of videos with the women. They're in the fucking terrible videos, just the most ridiculous fucking stories that are still going in fucking white dudes on camera. It's their job. But it's just really concerning that people are actually writing these pornos for big studios like Blacked and Black on Blondes and whatever else. And Blacked is owned by Vixen, and even the other things are Blacked Raw and Fever, and there's still a lot of black dudes in, but I don't have a problem with black dudes being in porn, obviously, but when a lot of the scenes are definitely, like, so that the people watching it think about black men as being better, not just the guy in the porno being hot. That's when I have a problem with it. And I don't want it to be with white men either. I mean, I like when there's a porno with a black woman really liking white guys. I don't have a problem if a white woman really likes black guys, just as long as she's not saying they're better. And then all the ones where the black women are saying white men are better, people comment saying, oh, there's one bigger white dick compared to all the others. And then these other videos are like, oh, even if a guy is average, even if a white guy is average, it's nothing compared to the average black dick. Like, off. Do some actual research. Pretty sure the actual biggest dick on average is white. At least in North America. Yeah, go to Africa and fuck some dudes that are probably sexist, and I don't think a lot of African countries are very progressive, or a lot of Asian countries, or a lot of European countries, even the US and Canada aren't that progressive, but you know, sexism and colorism and Christianity, religion, that's a problem. And homophobia and all that is a thing there as well, in that continent, and Europe and Asia and North America, everywhere. You gotta find the good places. Places in Africa where people are more accepting. I want to know that. I want to know some facts. I want to know some research, because I really like... Well, I know very little about Africa, but I also know very little about the North American past pre-white dudes. Well, I don't really know much about it. I want to know mythology and religion, and there's a hell of a lot of African pantheons, and if there's any ones that are less known than Egyptian and are, you know, fairly parallel to other pantheons, or are different enough to where the differences are extremely interesting, that's what I want to know about. I know that there's that trickster god who's like a spider, so a spider being connected to tricksters. The only thing that makes me think of is Pennywise, who's not really a trickster. He's a demon who eats children because they're easier to capture. Or she. Or it. Anyways, on that note, that's going to be it for this episode of Let's Play Pokémon HeartGold. If you liked the episode or videos, hit like if you're really liked it, or them, subscribe if you want to and haven't done that already, comment and share, hit the bell to be notified when I upload, check out the links in the description or descriptions, do whatever else you need to do or want to do, wherever else you may have uploaded this, wherever else you may be watching it in the future if you're not watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. Oh, and comment, figure the video and put it in places. If you liked the episode or videos, hit like if you really liked it, and subscribe if you want to and haven't done that already. Comment and share, hit the bell to be notified when I upload. Check out the links in the description or descriptions. Favorite the video and put it in a playlist. Do whatever else you need to do or watch, do wherever else you may have uploaded this, or wherever else you may be watching it in the future if you're not watching on YouTube. Thank you for watching. I'm Anti-HyperLinkLive. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye, shoes.